Hey girls, it's Monday. I have been a very bad writer girl and I have a lot of things to catch up on, so let's get right into it. Number one is Rachel asked what YouTube channels we watch. I really don't have a good answer for this because I have a feeling that the YouTube channels that I do watch, everyone does, because I'm not really subscribed to a lot of people and I've only really been watching YouTube for about a year and a half. So I haven't had a chance to really explore YouTube that much. I feel like the stuff that I watch is really obvious, so it's not even worth mentioning. Like, I started watching YouTube because of Alex Day, aka Narimon, and then I moved on to the Five Awesome Girls, and that's how I found the Vlogbrothers, etc., etc. Number two, I can't remember who asked if you like rainy days. I love rainy days as long as I don't have to venture outside in them. I love just sitting at home and it be storming. But I'd rather not drive in it and I'd rather not walk in it. And then Tara challenged me to read a Shakespeare sonnet in a funny accent. The little lady love God, lying once asleep, laid by his side his heart-inflaming brand, whilst many nymphs that vowed chaste life to keep came tripping by, but in her maiden hand the fairest votary took up that fire which many legions of true hearts had warmed, and so the general of hot desire was sleeping, by a virgin hand disarmed. This brand she quenched in a cool well by, which from love's fire took heat perpetual, growing a bath and healthful remedy for men diseased, but I, my mistress's thrall, came there for cure, and this by that I prove, love's fire heats water, water cools not love. That is sonnet number 154. This week, I suggested that we talk about Harry Potter because we had the Pottermore announcement going on, and we all are Harry Potter fans, obviously, and I think that it's really interesting how you come into Harry Potter and how you feel about Harry Potter and why you love Harry Potter, because I came into the Harry Potter world really late, or pretty late, because I distinctly remember I was in the 8th grade and I went to Borders with my mom and we saw a table, and at that time I looked at the dates, and at that time it was just the Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets that had come out. And we saw a table of Harry Potter books, and my mom said, hey, kids apparently really like these books. Do you want to try them? And I was like, they're kids' books. I don't want to read kids' books. I was a huge snob, especially at that age, about what books I would read and what books I wouldn't read, because I had already at that point pretty much gone past the Babysitter's Club stuff, and I felt like I was too old, like I was too good a reader to waste my time on kids' books. They had us tested for our reading level, and my test came back that I was college reading level, so I was like, I'm not going to read kids' books if I'm reading F. Scott Fitzgerald. So I kind of put off the Harry Potter books for a long time because I just thought that they were kids' books and I wasn't interested. I watched the movies, but I just didn't want to read the books. I just didn't. So I went on like this for a while, and I started working at Barnes & Noble when I was in college. The first Harry Potter release that I worked was The Half-Blood Prince, and I had so much fun, even though I had seen the movies, but even though I hadn't read the books, it was just a really incredible experience. And especially since it was summer, I decided, okay, I'm just gonna read these books. I'm just gonna give it up and read these books. 2 years later was the Deathly Hallows release. So I worked the Deathly Hallows release the day after I was in a car accident, because I was so set on working this release because the last release party was so much fun, and this was going to be the last release. I would never get a chance again. It was probably hands down one of the best experiences I've had working at Barnes & Noble. Harry Potter really, of all the things that it's done, and of all the experiences that I've had because of Harry Potter, being a fan and not being a fan, the biggest thing that it's done for me is to open my eyes to the fact of despite the cliche, not to judge a book. And I don't necessarily know if I would have gone on to read John Green and Maureen Johnson and Scott Westerfeld if it wasn't for reading Harry Potter and kind of getting over my snobbery. It's really taught me that young adult literature can be really powerful, and there's something in young adult literature that can still resonate to an adult and that can still provide some sense of literary value. My question is, which of the 7 Harry Potter books is your favorite? To Tara. Tara, I will see you tomorrow, and everyone else, I will see you next week. Bye.